from the street of a rolling tire. A neon sign flickering in the gray. A bent silver spoon by the diner fire. A cold cup of tea pushed away. A crack in the pavement holding the rain. A torn paper ticket from yesterday's train. The coat on the hook that you left behind. The quiet return of the day is mine. I count every tile on the hallway floor. I touch the brass handle of our front door. The clock on the shelf has nothing to say. It just ticks the hours of the dead of day. The day is mine again in the empty room. A slow morning tracing a quiet gloom. No note on the counter, no voice in the hall. Just dust on the pictures against the wall. The day is mine again, heavy and slow, with nowhere to travel and nowhere to go. I sit in the shadow you left in the bed, with all of the unsaid words in my head. A cup with a chip on the kitchen rim. A calendar page torn down to the wire. A television screen growing dark and dim. A handful of ash in the cold stove fire. A thread on my sleeve from your woolen shawl. A shadow stretching long down the narrow hall. The milk bottles waiting beside the gate. The simple arithmetic of being late. I check the small dial of the kitchen clock. I turn the small key in the iron lock. The sunlight is creeping across the floor to touch the dark edges of the closet door. The day is mine again in the empty room. A slow morning tracing a quiet gloom. No note on the counter, no voice in the hall. Just dust on the pictures against the wall. The day is mine again, heavy and slow, with nowhere to travel and nowhere to go. I sit in the shadow you left in the bed, with all of the unsaid words in my head. If time is a river that washes the stone, it leaves me behind here completely alone. No letters to open, no steps on the stair, just sunlight falling on empty air. I open the window to let in the breeze that rattles the leaves of the old maple trees. The street is awakening down far below, and I have nowhere that I need to go. The day is mine again in the empty room. A slow morning tracing a quiet gloom. No note on the counter, no voice in the hall. Just dust on the pictures against the wall. The day is mine again, heavy and slow, with nowhere to travel and nowhere to go. I sit in the shadow you left in the bed, with all of the unsaid words in my head. A shoe by the bench, a key in the lock, the sun on the floor, a quiet clock. The color of the light upon the hen is cold and gray before the dawn is near. I watch a stranger walk against the wind and wonder if he carries too much fear. A winter cloud descends upon the street where neon signs are blinking out of sight. He pulls his heavy coat against his chest and loses every shadow in the night. The river water whispers to the pier, a quiet current moving in the dark. He leaves behind the bench where someone sat and carries only winter in his park. The day is mine again, the silence says, as morning breaks upon the empty square. No heavy conversation left to hold, no trace of any promise in the air. The day is mine again, the shadows fade across the bridge where autumn leaves are cast. He walks alone into the waking town and learns to leave the present in the past. A sudden gust of wind disturbs the dust before a corner shop with frosted glass. He slows his tired steps to watch the street and lets the early morning traffic pass. The silver frost is sleeping on the rail where couples used to lean before the chill. He stands beside the cold iron fence alone and listens to the city standing still. The river water whispers to the pier, a quiet current moving in the dark. He leaves behind the bench where someone sat and carries only winter in his park. The day is mine again, the silence says, as morning breaks upon the empty square. No heavy conversation left to hold, no trace of any promise in the air. The day is mine again, the shadows fade across the bridge where autumn leaves are cast. He walks alone into the waking town and learns to leave the present in the past. Change without a single word, then time releases every heavy chain. The gray horizon opens up its eyes and washes every pavement with the rain. He turns his face to meet the silver dawn and breathes the air that belongs to no one else. A solitary figure on the curb with nothing left to figure or to sense. The day is mine again, the silence says, as morning breaks upon the empty square. No heavy conversation left to hold, no trace of any promise in the air. The day is mine again, the shadows fade across the bridge where autumn leaves are cast. He walks alone into the waking town and learns to leave the present in the past. Frost on the glass, dawn in the dark. He walks alone, leaving no mark. Why does the antique pocket watch still tick inside my palm, when every hour we shared has turned into a freezing calm? The midnight trolley passes by upon the empty rail and leaves behind a trail of gray and solitary shale. I trace the silver casing with a thumb so worn and cold, a relic of a history that time refused to hold. The coffee in the paper cup has lost its gentle steam, and I am drifting backward through a broken, restless dream. I touch the fabric of the coat you left upon the chair. It smells of rain and bitter smoke and autumn in the air. I close my eyes and let the night fall heavy on my chest, because the quiet hours are the ones that hurt the best. The day is mine again, the shadows start to clear, yet all the morning brings me is the phantom of your tear. I take a breath of empty space and watch the ceiling fade, entangled in the sorrow of the choices we delay. The day is mine again, the streets are pale and wide, with nowhere left to wander and no place left to hide. I sit beside the window as the first pale light descends, and wonder where the story starts and where the silence ends. A damp umbrella leans against the yellowed kitchen wall. It doesn't keep the dampness from invading through the hall. The radio beside the sink emits a sleepy hiss while counting out the seconds since our final quiet kiss. I pour a glass of water that I do not mean to drink, and watch the ripples settle at the porcelain sink's brink. The city wakes in pieces with a low and heavy sigh, beneath a bruised and unrelenting cobalt winter sky. I turn the pages of a book we never read through half, and search the margins for the ghost of your familiar laugh. I let the dust settle again upon the wooden sill, while everything around me stays so desolate and still. Oh, the day is mine again, the shadows start to clear, yet all the morning brings me is the phantom of your tear. I take a breath of empty space and watch the ceiling fade, entangled in the sorrow of the choices we delay. Yeah, the day is mine again, the streets are pale and wide, but nowhere left to wander and no place left to hide. I sit beside the window as the first pale light descends, and wonder where the story starts and where the silence ends. If time is just a river that forgets its winding shore, then I am sinking down into the dark beneath the floor. There is no rescue coming in the freezing breath of dawn, just realizing fully that you truly have gone. The sun begins to touch the tips of distant Seoul towers, exposing all the emptiness of these remaining hours. I have the daylight back to spend exactly as I choose, with nothing left inside my hands for either one to lose. The day is mine again, the shadows start to clear, yet all the morning brings me is the phantom of your tear. Oh, I take a breath of empty space fate, entangled in the sorrow of the choices we delay. The day is mine again. The streets are pale and white, with nowhere left to wander and no place left to hide. I sit beside the window as the first pale light descends, and wonder where the story starts and where the silence ends. Sunlight on the floor, shadows start to fade. Morning finds me here, alone within the shade. The texture of fabric against the cold street. He watches a shadow retreat from the door. The pavement is silent, we're too used to meet, and footsteps remember the weight of the floor. A sign flickers amber above the dark lane. He lights up a match that burns low in the draft. The night has no pity for carrying pain, just whispers of laughter from times that they laughed. He leans on the brick where the alleyway bends and counts out the seconds of nothing at all. The quiet descends as the avenue ends, and watches his ghost stretch away on the wall. The day is mine again, under the grave. No promises left in the cold of the street. He turns from the window and walks slow away, with dust on his coat and no place for his feet. The shadows grow long in the breath of the chill. The city is resting, but he is awake. He carries the night up the rise of the hill for whatever is left of a heart to break. A taxi drifts by with its sign turned to dark. The driver is staring straight into the glass. A spark from a wire leaves a brief silver mark, then fades in the drizzle as vehicles pass. He puts up his collar against the damp breeze. The lamps in the district are blurring to gold. The winter is moving through bare maple trees, and stories are ending that never were told. He leans on the brick where the alleyway bends and counts out the seconds of nothing at all. The quiet descends as the avenue ends, and watches his ghost stretch away on the wall. The day is mine again, under the grave. No promises left in the cold of the street. And walk slow away, with dust on his coat and no place for feet. The shadows grow long in the breath of the chill. The city is resting, but he is awake. He carries the night up the rise of the hill, for whatever is left of a heart to break. If time could turn backward to streets they had known, he would trade all the silence for just one brief glance. Instead he stands quietly here on his own and watches the smoke as it dies in the trance. The dawn will soon sharpen the edge of the square and burn out the embers of neon and blue. He closes his eyes to the chill in the air and pretends for a moment the morning is new. Is left in the cold of the street. He turns from the window and walks slow away, with dust on his coat and no place for his feet. The shadows grow long in the breath of the chill. The city is resting, but he is awake. He carries the night up the rise of the hill, for whatever is left of a heart to break. Rain on the glass, shadows depart. He walks alone with a quiet heart. A thought interrupting silence as I sit beside the desk. Dust upon the wooden drawer, a quietness grotesque. You were younger in the mirror, looking through the pane of glass, waiting for the world to open, waiting for the storm to pass. I tell you not to rush the morning, I tell you not to fear the cold. The years will soften up the edges, the story will unfold. Take your time inside the shadow, where the midnight air is deep. Every promise that you carried is a secret you will keep. Let the heavy hours find you sitting in this quiet room. We have nothing left to answer, we have nothing left to prove. I remember how you worried over every wasted page, tracing lines across the paper, fighting with an early age. Now the ink is dry and fading, and the lamp is burning low. There is nothing left to carry, there is nowhere else to go. I tell you not to rush the morning, I tell you not to fear the cold. The years will soften up the edges, the story will unfold. Take your time inside the shadow, where the midnight air is deep. Every promise that you carried is a secret you will keep. Let the heavy hours find you sitting in this quiet room. We have nothing left to answer, we have nothing left to prove. If I could reach across the distance to the boy who used to wait, I would tell him not to hurry. the mist upon the hill. Take your time inside the shadow, where the midnight air is deep. Every promise that you carry is a secret you will keep. Let the heavy hours find you sitting in this quiet room. We have nothing left to answer, we have nothing left to prove. Quiet room, fading light, peace at last. Tonight I smell in the air of wet asphalt and pine, an empty glass left on the curb behind. I trace the alley where the shadow used to fall, and count the minutes till the blue turns gray at all. The pavement breathes a heavy midnight sigh, the street lamp flickers as the shadows die. I keep my hands deep in a wool coat seam and walk the edges of a dying dream. I can see the morning now, creeping down the quiet brick, waiting for the light to show how a tired heart can break so slow. I can see the morning now, pale against the iron gate, held inside the fading street where the ghosts of midnight meet. Taxi passes with a sleepy amber glow. It leaves the tracks on roads we used to know. The metal shutters on the baker's shop drop down, while quiet sorrow settles through the sleeping town. The river water carries off the haze across the bridges of our yesterday. I turn my collar up against the chill and watch the world grow frighteningly still. I can see the morning now, creeping down the quiet brick, waiting for the light to show how a tired heart can break so slow. I can see the morning now, pale against the iron gate, held inside the fading street where the ghosts of midnight meet. If days could linger in the purple dark, I would stay hidden in this empty park. Forget the sun that rises in the east, and let the ache of being lonely cease. But asphalt dries and shadows have to part. The gray comes stealing straight into my heart. Waiting for the light to show how a tired heart can break so slow. I midnight meet, daylight on the stone, shadows clear away, standing here alone, waiting for the day. A sound from the street drifts through the glass of this dim room where the shadows fall. Your copper ring sits on the cedar desk, and dust motes dance in the empty hall. The curtains hang still in the midnight air. Your leather jacket rests on the frame. I trace the grain of the worn floorboards and breathe in the quiet that holds your name. I sit in the dark where the embers fade, count every hour since you turned away. My fingers brush over the pillowcase as night slowly turns to the gray. I can see the morning now, creeping through the blinds of blue. Every pale ray cuts me deep because it brings me back to you. The city wakes in shades of ash while I remain in yesterday. I can see the morning now, and I still cannot look away. The coffee cup sits with a dried up ring. A postcard rests by the windowsill. The clock on the wall ticks heavy and slow, and everything in this room is still. I touch the spot where your shoulder leaned before the silence took root inside. There is no place left in these four walls where my broken spirit can hide. I sit in the dark where the embers fade and count every hour since you turned away. My fingers brush over the pillowcase as night slowly turns to the gray. I can see the morning now, creeping through the blinds of blue. Every pale ray cuts me deep because it brings me back to you. The city wakes in shades of ash while I remain in yesterday. I can see the morning now, and I still cannot look away. If time could reverse like a fallen leaf, I would fold myself into your embrace, instead of watching the sunlight touch the empty space in this lonely place. The pale dawn breaks on the window ledge, revealing the truth that I always knew. Another day begins in this quiet room with no way of reaching you. I can see the morning now, creeping through the blinds of blue. Every pale ray cuts me deep because it brings me back to you. The city wakes in shades of ash while I remain in yesterday. I can see the morning now, and I still cannot look away. Light on the floor, dust in the room. You are gone in the morning gloom. on the pavement where you used to stand. I watch a stranger pass the faded sign with empty fingers and a trembling hand. A city street of gray and silent stone reflects a ghost I used to call my own. I check the glass to see if you are there, but only dust settles in the room. I trace the outline of a distant year and watch the twilight vanish in the gloom. I can see the morning now, breaking through the velvet shroud, pulling back the heavy veil, while the quiet streets turn pale. I can see the morning now, lighting up the rusted wire, turning every shadow down as the night begins to tire. A neon sign stutters against the wall above the doorway where we said goodbye. The traffic whispers in a muted tone beneath a low and melancholic sky. I watch you walking through my memories still, just like an exile on a frozen hill. I check the glass to see if you are there, but only dust settles in the room. I trace the outline of a distant year and watch the twilight vanish in the gloom. I can see the morning now, breaking through the velvet shroud, pulling back the heavy veil, while the quiet streets turn pale. I can see the morning now, lighting up the rusted wire, turning every shadow down as the night begins to tire. If I could turn the clock back to the start, I would have held the winner in my chest, instead of watching you slip out the door and leaving all these questions unexpressed. I can see the morning now, breaking through the velvet shroud, pulling back the heavy veil, while the quiet streets turn pale. I can see the morning now, lighting up the rusted wire, turning every shadow down as the night begins to tire. Light on the glass, quiet and gray. I watch the night finally fade away. A silver lighter sits upon the slate, a quiet object gathering the dust. I trace its edge while waiting here so late, on iron metal touched by midnight rust. The neon signs across the alley fade to shades of bruised and melancholy blue. I count the quiet errors I have made and measure every empty space for you. The heavy air dissolves into the floor. A cigarette burns low down to the thread. I turn the copper key inside the door and keep the ghost of what you softly said. I can see the morning now, breaking through the soul gray sky. Shadows leaving windowsills while the night begins to die. I can see the morning now, touching tiles of faded stone, tracing lines along my face where I sit so still alone. A porcelain cup is resting on the wood. Its lukewarm water flat and deeply clear. I think of things we might have understood if we had stayed while autumn settled here. An engine rumbles down the boulevard, a lazy swing upon the brush snare beat. It hits the quiet walls of concrete hard before it fades away down Maple Street. The heavy air dissolves into the floor. A cigarette burns low down to the thread. I turn the copper key inside the door and keep the ghost of what you softly said. I can see the morning now, breaking through the soul gray skies. Shadows leaving windowsills while the night begins to die. I can see the morning now, touching tiles of faded stone, tracing lines along my face where I sit so still alone. If daylight has to break across the glass, then let it come with slow and quiet grace. I watch the final hours slowly pass without the gentle answer of your face. The bridges over water turn to white. The traffic lights forget their amber gleam. I'm surviving just another night that vanished like a melancholy dream. I can see the morning now, breaking through the soul gray skies. Shadows leaving windowsills while the night begins to die. I can see the morning when you are not here. Why does the tea go cold so fast inside this cramped and dusty room? I trace the scars upon my hands and watch the shadows softly loom. My younger self sat right here too, with papers scattered on the floor, believing every dream would stay before the grief walked through the door. I light a match to break the chill. It flickers low, it barely burns. I pass the years across this desk and wonder why nobody turns. I can see the morning now, creeping through the window pane. Silver light on quiet streets, washing out the Seoul night rain. I am older, tired and worn, holding up this fragile breath, forgiving all the paths I took before the quiet felt like death. I left your letters in the drawer, untouched for half a troubled life. We fought so hard to reach the dawn and cut each other like a knife. If you could see me sitting here with silver gray upon my head, you would not weep for what we lost or the unmade words we left unsaid. I light a match to break the chill. It flickers low, it barely burns. I pass the years across this desk and wonder why nobody turns. I can see the morning now, creeping through the window pane. Silver light on quiet streets, washing out the Seoul night rain. I am older, tired and worn, holding up this fragile breath, forgiving all the paths I took before the quiet felt like death. Dear boy who waited for the sun, it took so long to find this peace. The night is heavy, cold and blue, yet all the frantic sirens cease. I drop my pen beside the glass and let the daylight settle in. We made it past the freezing dark, where life and patience both begin. I can see the morning now, creeping through the window pane. Silver light on quiet streets, washing out the Seoul night rain. I am older, tired and worn, holding up this fragile breath, forgiving all the paths I took before the quiet felt like death. Daylight on the floor, silence in the room. The night is done, the morning has come. empty ring is turning from a violet to a bruised pale gray. Across the polished mahogany table you left behind, a silver lighter sits alone in the fading day. The Seoul asphalt breathes a damp and tired sigh, while midnight traffic thins to just a lonely stream. I watch you sitting in the corner of my eye, though you are nothing more than a stubborn dream. The shadows stretch across the wooden floor and whisper secrets that I cannot bear. My quiet fingers trace the empty space where you used to lean your heavy hair. I can see the morning now through the glass, bleeding pale and slow upon the dark highway, watching every minute of the darkness pass as your silhouette finally begins to fade away. I can see the morning now in the street, washing out the neon where the alleys meet. Never meant to hold you past the midnight hour, watching daylight steal away your final power. The coffee cup grows cold beside my tired hand, a chipped ceramic piece from that old Itaewon store. We bought it on a rainy Tuesday we had planned, when neither of us knew we wouldn't stay much more. The distant subway rumbles underneath the stone, a heavy vibration moving through the floor. I sit inside the quiet kitchen all alone and wonder if you miss this place anymore. The shadows stretch across the wooden floor and whisper secrets that I cannot bear. My quiet fingers trace the empty space where you used to lean your heavy head. I can see the morning now through the glass, bleeding pale and slow upon the dark highway, watching every minute of the darkness pass as your silhouette finally begins to fade away. I can see the morning now in the street, washing out the neon where the alleys meet. Never meant to hold you past the midnight hour, watching daylight steal away your final power. If I could keep the night from turning blue, I would hide inside this smoky breath of air. One more hour of pretending it was you, sitting motionless beside me in that chair. Maybe time is just a river moving fast, washing every single footprint from the sand. I close my eyes and let the darkness pass, and leave your memory in an empty hand. I can see the morning now through the glass, bleeding pale and slow upon the dark highway, watching every minute of the darkness pass as your silhouette finally begins to fade away. I can see the morning now in the street, washing out the neon where the alleys meet. Never meant to hold you past the midnight hour, watching daylight steal away your final power. Dawn on the glass, light in the gray. You are gone, finds its way. Texture of fabric against my sleeve, a thread pulled loose from a winter coat, a slow mist settling over the eaves, and a cold gray stone in my throat. The convenience store sign flickers twice, a stray cat steps across the curb, the puddle surface hardening to ice without a sound to disturb. The dawn is bleeding pale and thin, a quiet chill upon the glass. I watch the silver creeping in and let the empty hours pass. I can see the morning now, breathing through the heavy gray, turning every darkened street into the color of decay. I can see the morning now, resting on the windowsill, holding up the quiet sky, while the entire city is still. A feather of frost on the doorframe edge, a newspaper left on the iron grate, a sparrow perched on a concrete ledge, waiting for a light that arrives too late. The coffee cup cools on the cedar desk, a ring of moisture turning brown. These tiny fragments picturesque in the quietest hours of town. The dawn is bleeding pale and thin, a quiet chill upon the glass. I watch the silver creeping in and let the empty hours pass. I can see the morning now, breathing through the heavy gray, turning every darkened street into the color of decay. I can see the morning now, resting on the windowsill, holding up the quiet sky, while the entire city is still. A sliver of light cuts across the floor, a footprint fading in the damp, a shadow retreating beneath the door, a dying glow from a street lamp. There is no reason to look behind, there is no answer in the street, just the quiet turning of the mind and the steady slowing of a beat. I can see the morning now, breathing through the heavy gray, turning every darkened street into the color of decay. I can see the morning now, resting on the windowsill, holding up the quiet sky, while the entire city is still. A dry leaf stirs, a shadow shifts, the night dissolves as daylight drifts. The color of the light against the concrete walk reveals the shape of someone waiting in the rain. He stands beside the pavement where the shadows talk and watches through the chill without a word of pain. The Traffic lights are turning from amber red to something clear and silent in the morning breeze. He keeps his collar folded high around his head, beneath the silver dripping of the willow trees. He traces out a circle on the fogged up glass and waits to see what time will bring to view. He knows the heaviest of hours have got to pass before the sky remembers what it used to do. I can see the morning now, breaking through the gray, softly touching pavement where the night has stayed. Every lonely stranger in the quiet square, watch the dark dissolve into the morning air. I can see the morning now, touching empty stone, proving to the traveler he is not alone. Breathing in the daylight as the shadows part, healing every corner of a quiet heart. The street lamp overhead begins to lose its glow. A milk truck turns a corner with a heavy tired roll. He watches from the sidewalk as the damp winds blow, a quiet kind of patience settling in his soul. The storefront glass is catching every pale new hue, reflecting cold and pavement in the steady dawn. He takes a slow deep breath of something strange and new, and feels the final heavy moments passing on. He traces out a circle on the fogged up glass and waits to see what time will bring to view. He knows the heaviest of hours have got to pass before the sky remembers what it used to do. I can see the morning now, breaking through the gray, softly touching pavement where the night has stayed. Every lonely stranger in the quiet square, watch the dark dissolve into the morning air. I can see the morning now, touching empty stone, proving to the traveler he is not alone. Breathing in the daylight as the shadows part, healing every corner of a quiet heart. If nights are made of sorrow that we have to keep, then mornings are the promise that the world is wide. He stands up from the bench where he was half asleep, with daylight softly resting right against his side. The chill is lifting gently from the iron gate. The universe is opening a softer eye. He learned tonight that some things only ask to wait beneath the slowly clearing shade of morning sky. I can see the morning now, breaking through the gray, softly touching pavement where the night has stayed. Every lonely stranger in the quiet square, watch the dark dissolve into the morning air. I can see the morning now, on the glass. Night is gone at last. Daylight takes the street, slow and quiet feet. A silver spoon rests quiet on the oak. The steam dissolves into the empty air. You pour the tea before your heavy cloak was gathered up and left upon the chair. The street below is gray with morning dew. The neon signs of Seoul begin to dim. My tired eyes still search the dark for you along the shadows of the Hun's gray rim. Hold this cup and feel the fading heat. Old friend, the night is yielding to the gray. The empty station waits across the street, and time insists on stealing you away. I can see the morning now, breaking through the dusty pane. I never thought I'd wonder how to breathe without you. Paper calendar upon the wall shows yesterday is sinking out of sight. I hear your quiet footsteps in the hall. The only silence answers in the night. The blues record has spun down to the thread. The turntable has ended its slow turn. I keep the words we never softly said, and watch the last faint ember slowly burn. Touch the wood where both our hands would rest. Old friend, the darkness loses its control. A cold blue light settles upon my chest, and dawn bleeds quiet through the sleepless soul. I can see the morning now, breaking through the dusty pane. I never thought I'd wonder how to breathe without you in the rain. If time could turn its heavy wheel backward, if we could sit again and watch the dark, I would not ask you where your path should head. Just keep the moment on the spark. I can see the morning now, breaking through the dusty pane. I never thought I'd wonder how to breathe without you in the rain. The cup is cold, the day is here. I I see the morning and you are not near. The weight of the chair against the warm tile floor. A stranger sits opposite, asking for a light. We share the gray asphalt of a deserted Seoul street, while the neon signs flicker out of sight. He asked me why I stay until the sun breaks through. I look at his tired eyes and think of you. The city breathes slowly in the damp night air, and leaves me sitting here in quiet despair. I can see the morning now across the river gray. The shadows of the alley slowly drift away. Yet every pale ray crossing through the glass only proves how hard it is to let you pass. A taxi passes by with a tired yellow glow. The stranger nods his head, he has somewhere to go. He leaves his paper cup beside my empty glass, and watches the damp hours quietly pass. He asked me if I missed the warmth of yesterday. I turn my face aside and have no words to say. The street lamp overhead begins to lose its spark as dawn cuts a pale line through the dark. I can see the morning now across the river gray. The shadows of the alley slowly drift away. Yet every pale ray crossing through the glass only proves how hard it is to let you pass. The stranger disappears into the vacant square, leaving me alone beside his empty chair. If time is just a river washing sins away, it brings me nothing new at the break of day. I can see the morning now across the river gray. The shadows of the alley slowly drift away. Yet every pale ray crossing through the glass only proves how hard it is to let you pass. Light on the pavement, gray in the dark. The morning arrives, leaving its mark. watch him sitting by the river park beneath a single fading sodium light. The mist is rising from the concrete floor, a heavy cloud of cold nocturnal dew. He turns his coat collar against the pour and keeps his tired eyes fixed upon the view. The heavy fog rolls down the narrow street. It blankets every shadow in its way. He counts the slow progression of his feet and waits to watch the dark dissolve to gray. I can see the morning now arriving slow, turning all the asphalt into silver blue. He lets the memory of an old love go as dawn begins to filter softly through. I can see the morning touching empty stone, wash away the midnight with a quiet grace. He sits beside the riverbank alone and watches daybreak settle on his face. A sudden gust of wind disturbs the trees and scatters raindrops off the heavy pine. He shivers softly in the morning breeze and traces shadows on the river line. The sky is shifting from a bruised dark plum into a pale and tender winter white. He knew this silent moment had to come to end the long duration of the night. The morning mist begins to slowly rise and clears the view across the Han River Street. He lifts his weary and exhausted eyes and blinks away the remnants of a dream. I can see the morning now arriving slow, turning all the asphalt into silver blue. He lets the memory of an old love go as dawn begins to filter softly through. I can see the morning touching empty stone, wash away the midnight with a quiet grace. He sits beside the riverbank alone and watches daybreak settle on his face. If time is just a river moving past, he lets the current take what used to stay. The deepest night must yield to day at last and wash the sorrow of the past away. No words are spoken to the empty air. He simply watches light reclaim the town and rest his tired hands upon the chair as morning settles softly, gently down. I can see the morning now arriving slow, turning all the asphalt into silver blue. He lets the memory of an old love go as dawn begins to filter softly through. I can see the morning shadows start to fade. He leaves the bench behind him in the morning shade. The chair beside you feels too wide. You stir your tea and look into the floor. A stranger trading secrets with the tide. We share the silence of an open door. You ask me why my coat is damp with dew. I tell you simply that the night is long. We wear the shadows of a distant view and listen to a slow forgotten song. I can see the morning now against the glass, watching all the weary hours slowly pass. You don't have to tell me where you have to go. I already feel the fading of the glow. I can see the morning now upon your face, taking back the empty room without a trace. You look at me like we have met before, and leave your sorrow resting on the floor. The neon sign flickers on the window pane. You trace a circle with a trembling hand. We speak in whispers of the winter rain and things we never quite could understand. You fold your napkin with a careful crease and check the silver watch upon your wrist. We found an hour of unbroken peace inside a city swallowed by the mist. I can see the morning now against the glass, watching all the weary hours slowly pass. You don't have to tell me where you have to go. I already feel the fading of the glow. I can see the morning now upon your face, taking back the empty room without a trace. You look at me like we have met before, and leave your sorrow resting on the floor. If dawn is breaking, then the dark must yield. We pack our ghosts away inside our coats, a quiet bargain in a quiet field, a message written in descending notes. You stand up slowly and you check your coat. I can see the morning now against the glass, watching all the weary hours slowly pass. You don't have to tell me where you have to go. I already feel the fading of the glow. Oh, I can see the morning now upon your face, like the empty room without a trace. You look at me like we have met before, and leave your sorrow resting on the floor. Light upon the street, empty porcelain. You walk out into the dawn again. Number on the clock reads 4:30. A brass key resting on the wooden floor. The quiet street outside begins to pale against the fading silver of a rail. I watch the shadows shift upon the wall as tiny drops of morning start to fall. The midnight blues surrender to the gray and wash the remnants of our past away. I can see the morning now, breaking softly through the pain, tracing out the silent streets where we used to walk the rain. No more hiding in the dark, no more pretending you are near, just the pale and quiet dawn and the quiet fading fear. A paper cup sits empty by the glass. I watch the final taxi slowly pass. The neon signs are blinking out of sight, exhausted by the long and lonely night. I feel the chill that settles in the air, a single jacket draped across the chair. The horizon bleeds a pale and tired blue, and every second brings me back to you. I can see the morning now, breaking softly through the pain, tracing out the silent streets where we used to walk the rain. No more hiding in the dark, no more pretending you are near, just the pale and quiet dawn and the quiet fading fear. If time could turn its heavy page backward, I would not change a single tear we shed. We played our part so softly in the shade until the final melody decayed. I can see the morning now, breaking softly through the pain, tracing out the silent streets where we used to walk the rain. No more hiding in the dark, no more pretending are near, just the pale and quiet dawn, and the quiet fading fear. Daylight on the floor, the shadow leaves the door. Morning takes the room and ends the tune. A sound from the street below the glass, a tired taxi rolling past the curb. He stands beside the neon sign alone, his shadow stretches long upon the curb. A cigarette burns low between his fingers. He watches as another hour dies. The damp asphalt mirrors fall in gray, with silent heavy shadows in his eyes. He turns his collar up against the chill. A slow and steady sigh escapes his chest. He has no place left in the world to go, and sleep is just a stranger to his quest. I can see the morning now, creeping down the alley wall, soft and pale and washed in blue, catching every drop that falls. I can see the morning now, reaching for the rooftop tiles, turning all the darkness gray after weary midnight miles. The corner grocery shuttered tight and dark. A stray cat steps across the concrete street. He tracks the lonely stranger with his gaze. A slow and heavy rhythm guides his feet. The damp wind carries whispers of the river, a distant train departing down the line. He stands and watches time slip through his hands, and tastes the bitter dregs of cheap red wine. He traces lines of frost upon the glass, where breath evaporates in pale white sighs. He counts the seconds till the night dissolves beneath the gray expanse of waking skies. I can see the morning now, creeping down the alley wall, soft and pale and washed in blue, catching every drop that falls. I can see the morning now, reaching for the rooftop tiles, turning all the darkness gray after weary midnight miles. If time could slow its steady marching pace, he would remain right here beside the wall, to hold the final shadow of the dark before the waking daylight claims it all. The street lamps flicker out one by one, the shadows stretch and finally surrender, and left alone to face the growing dawn, he turns away without a word to tender. I can see the morning now, creeping down the alley wall, soft and pale and washed in blue, catching every drop that falls. I can see the morning now, reaching for the rooftop tiles, turning all the darkness gray. walks away, leaving not a mark. A sudden spark disrupts the quiet room, while shadows stretch across the wooden floor. You left your winter coat upon the chair, though you don't wear it anymore. The frozen river whispers to the dock. The heavy mist is clinging to the street. I watch the bitter frost begin to thaw, where empty air and tired pavement meet. A heavy cloud is parting in the east. The early morning breeze, a pale blue light. I hold the fading silence in my palms and watch the dawn erase the lonely night. I can see the morning now, breaking through the frozen pain, washing out the quiet gray, cleansing every drop of rain. You are fading with the stars as the daylight starts to gleam. I am waking up at last from a long and heavy dream. The distant skyline paints a rusty red. A sudden chill is fading from the breeze. The street lamp casts a longing weary shade across the branches of the sleeping trees. The traffic light is changing on the square, where neither of us has a place to be. I watch the silver morning touch the glass and find the quiet room is touching me. A heavy cloud is parting in the east. The early morning breeze, a pale blue light. I hold the fading silence in my palms and watch the dawn erase the lonely night. I can see the morning now, breaking through the frozen pain, washing out the quiet gray, cleansing every drop of rain. You are fading with the stars as the daylight starts to gleam. I am waking up at last from a long and heavy dream. If time is just a river moving on, then let the current carry off the pain. The shadows lengthen as the darkness dies and sunlight falls across the window pane. The night forgets the promises it kept. The quiet city opens up its eyes, and every single shadow disappears beneath the pale and unrestricted skies. I can see the morning now, breaking through the frozen pain, washing out the quiet gray, cleansing every drop of rain. You are fading with the stars as the daylight starts to gleam. I am waking up at last from a long and heavy dream. Daylight on the glass, shadows start to clear. You are finally gone, morning settles here.
A small object on the table, a silver coin you left behind. I watch the heavy storm clouds gather, leaving winter far behind. The Han River cuts through the valley as gray fog rolls upon the shore. I see the morning slowly rising through the cracks in this old floor. The dark horizon starts to shatter, a pale light cuts the heavy blue. I sit and watch the shadows lengthen as dawn begins to break for you. I can see the morning now, breaking through the silent gray, wiping all the night away. I can see the morning now, tracing lines upon your face, leaving not a single trace. A sudden gust of northern weather sweeps across the sleepy square. I fold my coat against the chill now, breathing in the heavy air. The street lamps flicker into darkness while daylight claims the empty lane, and every rooftop shines in silver, washed in pale and quiet rain. The dark horizon starts to shatter, a pale light cuts the heavy blue. I sit and watch the shadows lengthen as dawn begins to break for you. I can see the morning now, breaking through the silent gray, wiping all the night away. I can see the morning now, tracing lines upon your face, leaving not a single trace. If time is just a passing river, then let it carry off the pain. I watch the quiet daylight gather against the foggy window pane. I can see the morning now, breaking through the silent gray, wiping all the night away. I can see the morning now, tracing lines upon your face, leaving not a single trace. Light upon the table, quiet in the room. The morning comes and chases off the gloom.